1978 was the year of warm vinyl crackle, sax solos at midnight, and soft rock songs that quietly took over the world. These weren't just background tunes in restaurants and car stereos. They were the emotional wallpaper of everyday life. From candlelit dinners to long drives on half-empty highways, this sound was everywhere. Today, we're dusting off a few soft rock gems from 1978 that still hit straight in the feelings. Number 1, 3 Times a Lady, Commodores.
Once, twice.
Before Lionel Richie became a solo superstar, he was writing some of the most elegant ballads of the 70s for the Commodores. 3 Times a Lady was the turning point. Inspired by a toast Lionel's father gave to his mother, saying she'd been a lady, as a wife, a mother, and a friend. Richie turned that line into a slow, waltzing love song in about 20 minutes at a campus piano.
Times a lady.
Released in June 1978, it became the Commodores' first #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, topping the pop chart for 2 weeks, and also hitting #1 on the soul and adult contemporary charts. It did the same in Canada and held #1 in the UK for 5 weeks, and was one of the only Motown singles to reach the US Pop Top 10 that year. The success of 3 Times a Lady didn't just earn awards, it reshaped their image. Critics and magazines named the Commodores one of the top R&B and pop groups of 1978. And the song earned Grammy nominations for Song of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Performance. This was the moment Lionel Richie went from guy in a funk band to future king of love songs. Number 2, Baker Street, Jerry Rafferty.
You're trying now.
If there's a single sound that instantly shouts 1978, it's that soaring sax line from Baker Street. Scottish singer-songwriter Jerry Rafferty wrote the song while he was stuck in miserable legal meetings, trying to untangle his contract from Steeler's wheel. After those meetings, he'd crash at a friend's flat on Baker Street in London. And those lonely walks and late-night reflections became the emotional core of the song, recorded at Chipping Norton Studios in Oxfordshire for the album City to City. Baker Street blended rock, jazz, and soft rock into something that felt both urban and dreamlike. It reached #2 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 straight weeks, hit the top 3 in the UK, and even reached #1 on the Cashbox chart and in Canada and Australia, selling over 1 million copies. The famous sax riff was played by Raphael Ravenscroft. It was originally just meant as a fill between verses, and he later complained he thought he was slightly out of tune. The rest of the world disagreed. Billboard would later call it one of the most recognizable sax riffs in pop history, and the song is often credited with sparking a surge of saxophone sales and sax hooks in late 70s and early 80s pop. Baker Street even took home an Ivor Novello Award for Best Song musically and lyrically, proof that behind that smooth groove was some serious songwriting craft. Number 3, It's a Heartache, Bonnie Tyler. Few voices sound like Bonnie Tyler's. That raspy, weathered tone didn't come from cigarettes or an effect pedal. It came from vocal cord surgery gone sideways. After ignoring doctors' orders to rest her voice, Tyler ended up with the husky sound that would define her career. It's a Heartache, released in late 1977 and still all over the air in 1978, became a worldwide hit. It reached #3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and #4 in the UK, and topped charts in several countries, making it one of the biggest soft rock ballads of the decade. The song is pure emotional economy, just a gravelly voice, a big melody, and a heartbreak lyric that feels like a late-night confession. It paved the way for her later anthems like Total Eclipse of the Heart. But many fans still consider this her rawest, most vulnerable moment.
It's a heartache, nothing but a heart.
Number 4, Reminiscing, Little River Band. Hurry, Don't Be Late. Few songs capture nostalgia as elegantly as Reminiscing by Little River Band. Written by Graham Goebel, it paired jazzy chords with a soft, late-night groove and a story about looking back on an old romance. Their label wasn't sure it would connect with American audiences, but when they finally released it, the song exploded.
You understand, I'm talking about a lifetime plan.
Number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, and a massive radio staple in the US and beyond. The compliments that followed were legendary. John Lennon reportedly said it was one of his favorite songs to hear on the radio, and Frank Sinatra is said to have called it the best song of the 1970s. It's smooth, sophisticated, and deceptively simple. The very definition of soft rock done right.
Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home. We got down to the gate.
Number 5, Hot Child in the City, Nick Gilder.
Child in the city. Hot child.
On the surface, Hot Child in the City sounds like a light, catchy pop tune. Underneath, it's anything but. English-born, Canadian-raised Nick Gilder wrote the song after seeing teenage runaways and child prostitution on Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Strip. The lyrics describe a young girl drifting through dangerous nightlife, even as the melody stays deceptively sweet. Released in 1978, it climbed slowly but eventually hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and also topped the charts in Canada, even though it barely registered in the UK. In the US, Gilder is often listed as a one-hit wonder. This was his only top 40 hit, though he'd already scored significant success back home with his earlier band, Sweeney Todd. Hot Child in the City is one of those tracks where the groove and the subject matter pull in opposite directions, which is exactly why it sticks with you.
Come on down to my place, woman.
Number 6, Whenever I Call You Friend, Kenny Loggins and Stevie Nicks. Before he became the king of 80s movie soundtracks, Kenny Loggins kickstarted his solo career with this luminous duet, co-written with Melissa Manchester. Whenever I Call You Friend was recorded for Loggins' 1978 album Night Watch, and reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 later that year. On the record, the duet partner is Stevie Nicks, though she wasn't actually credited on the single. Loggins has said that this song was the moment that truly launched him as a solo artist, and that he wrote it specifically knowing Nicks would sing it with him. The session wasn't exactly mellow. Nicks later joked she called him Slave Driver Loggins because he pushed her so hard to nail the vocal. But the results are undeniable. Blended harmonies, a warm arrangement, and a chorus that feels like pure summer evening. Number 7, still the same, Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. We usually think of Bob Seger roaring over heartland rock anthems, but Still the Same showed just how effective he could be in soft rock mode. Released in April 1978 from the album Stranger in Town, it climbed to number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 and spent 18 weeks on the chart. The song sketches a charismatic gambler or hustler who never really changes, no matter how many times life deals the cards. Seger has said the lyric wasn't about one specific person, but a composite of the high rollers and risk takers he'd met in Detroit and on the road. Musically, it's restrained, piano, acoustic guitar, and that weathered voice telling a story. It became one of his signature songs and proved he didn't need to turn everything up to be powerful.
And the secrets that we share, the mountains that we...
Number 8. Time Passages, Al Stewart.
Time passages. Yeah.
After the success of Year of the Cat, Al Stewart and producer Alan Parsons reunited for another cinematic soft rock epic, Time Passages. Released in 1978 as the title track of Stewart's 8th studio album, it reached number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and spent an incredible 10 weeks at number 1 on the Adult Contemporary chart in the US. Recorded at Davlin Sound Studios in Los Angeles, the song features Stewart's trademark storytelling lyrics, smooth guitar work from Peter White, and a glowing sax part by Phil Kenzie, who'd also worked with the Eagles and others. The Time Passages album itself went platinum and reached the top 10 on the Billboard 200, cementing Stewart's place in the late 70s soft rock landscape. It's the kind of song that sounds like looking out a train window at your own past.
You lean on things that don't last. Well, it's just now and then.
Number 9, Right Down the Line, Jerry Rafferty.
Just wanna say this is my way.
Jerry Rafferty wasn't a one-song wonder. His follow-up to Baker Street, Right Down the Line, carved out its own identity with a relaxed, lightly reggae-tinged groove and a lyric that sounds like a sincere thank you note to a long-term partner.
Long as I got your love, you know that I'll never leave.
Recorded during the same city-to-city sessions at Chipping Norton Studios, the song reached number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100 and went all the way to number 1 on the US Adult Contemporary chart while hitting the top 5 in Canada. It became a wedding and anniversary favorite, the kind of soft rock track that quietly lived on in mixtapes, AC radio, and later streaming playlists long after its chart run ended. Number 10. Sharing the Night Together, Dr. Hook.
You're looking kind of lonely, girl. Would you like someone new?
We groove on with a song that feels like the end of a long evening. Sharing the Night Together, by Dr. Hook. Written by Ava Aldridge and Eddie Struzik, the song was first recorded in 1976 by artists like Arthur Alexander and Lenny LeBlanc, but those early versions didn't make a dent in the charts. Dr. Hook picked it up for their 1978 album Pleasure and Pain, with longtime producer Ron Halfkeen at the controls, and their version finally broke through.
That you will understand. I say these things cause I'd like to know.
It reached number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 3 in Canada, and later cracked the UK charts as well. The song became a template for the band's late 70s and early 80s direction. Less novelty, more romance. It showed they could move hearts as easily as they once chased laughs.
Alright. I'm feeling kind of lonely.
Number 11, I Just Wanna Stop, Gino Vanelli. Smooth, soulful, and a little dramatic, I Just Wanna Stop is the signature hit from Canadian singer Gino Vanelli. Written by his brother Ross, it was released in August 1978 and became his biggest success. Number 1 in Canada and number 4 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Produced by Gino and his brothers Joe and Ross, the track appears on the album Brother to Brother, which helped push Vanelli further into the international spotlight. The lush arrangement, strings, horns, and a rich rhythm section supports a vocal that feels like someone finally giving in to their feelings. The song earned a Grammy nomination for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance and was later inducted into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame, sealing its status as a late 70s classic north of the border and beyond. Number 12, Deacon Blues, Steely Dan. Steely Dan weren't typical soft rock, they were jazz rock perfectionists. But Deacon Blues fits this list perfectly. Released as a single in 1978 from their Aja album, it reached number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100 and has since been hailed as one of their greatest songs, even landing on Rolling Stone's list of the 500 greatest songs of all time.
A world of my own. I'll make
Donald Fagen has said the idea came from seeing the University of Alabama's football team called the Crimson Tide and thinking, if the winners get grand names, the losers should too. So they invented Deacon Blues as the self-chosen title of a man who sees himself as an outsider, a suburban dreamer who fantasizes about becoming a jazz musician. The track is full of immaculate session work, including a fluid tenor sax solo by Pete Christlieb, a jazz player best known for his work with Doc Severinsen and The Tonight Show Band. It's lush, existential, and quietly devastating. The deep-cut soft rock fans never forgot.